Guys, I don't know how well we can see him because it's still super dark out. But that's a big old dude. Got him on top. Man, oh man. Look at that, y'all. Let me boy, he deserves the weight. Oh, 2-pounder. He's a big 2-pounder. I thought he was 3. It's a big fish. It's a good fish to catch on top. All right, we're gonna get a picture with this guy and we're gonna get him turned loose. All right, buddy. There you go. It's a good sized bass right there, y'all. Now, let's see if I can get us out of these trees right quick. See, that's the bad thing about a GoPro, and that's one thing I plan on doing. The lights look cool, but if I'm sitting here trying to talk to you, I know it doesn't look that great. I mean, it's still pitch black out. So bass weighed a little over 2 pounds. I'm just trying to fill some time right now, so let's get back at it because the sun is fixing to come up, and that should mean they're getting ready to start feeding on top for about an hour. So let's make the most of it and let's get to it. Whew. All right, y'all. It got me good. All right, guys. That's why we carry a first aid kit on the boat. Really, that's why you should carry a first aid kit with you anytime you go fishing. I've never had a treble go on my finger like that. And I don't feel too slick. I'm just gonna be 100% honest. I have got blood all over me. And the thing, it's easy to panic in a situation like that. I immediately went to cut the line. Look at this, y'all. We got a fish on. Oh, it's a crappie. There's our catfish bait right there, y'all. Boom. Look at that. Just gonna throw him in the cooler for right now. He'll probably eat all my minnows. But anyway. That's I gotta get this bleeding stopped. I'm missing out on perfect fishing opportunity right now, but if I'm pouring blood, I can't catch fish. It's on my right thumb too. Okay. Alright, so we've got a band-aid on it to kind of help with the bleeding. Alright guys, whew. Get a little blood on us, it's okay. Thumb is bandaged up, and we're gonna get right back at it. And see. We can't catch another one. Man, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. That hurt. And this thumb is gonna be sore tomorrow. But we'll make the most of it. All right, guys, good morning. What is up? Welcome back to the Real TN Fishing YouTube channel. It's been a good morning, but it's also been a bad morning. As y'all just seen, I got a hook in my thumb and we caught that little spot bass on Topwater there. got blood all over me, all over the boat, but it's whatever. I've got my thumb taped up or bandaged up. We're good to go. We're gonna keep doing a little topwater fishing until the time for it just runs out. I had a rod out that we were just trolling with, caught a crappie on it, so we'll use him for catfish bait, but we're also going to catch some bluegill, and that's probably going to be the emphasis of this video today, is us catching bluegill. But let's see if we can't catch another one on topwater, and then we'll as you can see, we're off of the main river channel. We're in an area called Possum Creek, but then we're just going to go right back out to where I was at last weekend, and we did really well catfishing with crappie. So let's see if we have a little bit more luck. As always, thanks for tuning in, and hey, let's go fishing, y'all. And let's try not to get another hook in the finger. There we go, y'all. He can shake all he wants. I'm not getting another hook in my thumb. Well, he's pretty solid, actually. Get my pliers here. That's pretty. Here we go, y'all. He's just a little guy, but we didn't get a hook in our hand that time, so we're gonna turn him loose. And I guess go ahead and show y'all what we're using today, because I just realized I never did. It is a Strike King Patroller 90, and kind of a bluish gold color. And you may be wondering why that color, and the reason it's in blue and gold is because that's what was on clearance at Academy when I bought it. But it does work good. I've used it a couple other times and caught quite a few fish, but this is our Lew's Laser Pro 7-foot medium heavy 14-pound K9 fluorocarbon, and then just the whopper plopper. He came for it. That's where we caught the first one out. There we go, y'all. I wasn't recording for the bite. Now he come off. There we go, y'all. There's two of them. Look at them. Look at that. That was pretty cool. Two of them were coming after it. Just a little guy, but he's pretty. All right, let's get him back in the water. The thing I was going to say is, along the bank like this, it's almost 8 o'clock. And if you've watched any of our other topwater, any of the other topwater videos, you know that we usually quit having luck around 7:30. But we're fishing a different area, and it's a lot different in here. It's 17 foot is what it's showing, and obviously, you know, it's not 17 foot on the bank, but it seems like these bass are just hanging on this drop right here, because I've had more topwater bites today than I've probably had in my entire life. The cool thing about that last one we caught, he hit it and I dead let out of it, and I watched him swim around, and as soon as I started reeling, he came back. So the water visibility is pretty good today. Water temp says it's about 84. All right, guys, we had pretty good morning on topwater. I'm not gonna lie. I think we caught 4 or 5. And like I said, I had more topwater bites this morning and later into the morning than I ever have in my entire life. So we ultimately are going to do some catfishing. So now what we're going to do is we're going to catch some bluegill. And I love bluegill as bait. I do have that crappie. I am going to measure him before I use him to make sure he is 12 inches. I'm almost positive he is just by looking at him, but we want to make sure. So what we're going to use to catch, put y'all back on my chest here, bluegill, is we have this little falcon rod here. It is, how long is this rod? It's not very long. I don't know. If I had to guess, I'd say it's probably a 5-foot rod. It's super fast, light action, and this is a fluger reel. This is actually a lady try-on, and that is, I want to say that's 4-pound Mr. Crappie line. But we're just going to use a bobber, and then just our normal bobber fishing setup: swivel, split shot, pre-tied leader, and red worms. That is all it takes to catch bluegill, no matter where you're at. There we go, y'all. Oh, he came off. That's actually a really good fish. As you can see, it's just right off the bank, and there's a bunch of overhang. There we go, y'all. That's a bass. Okay, that's not a bluegill, y'all. That is a little, it's a little bass. Okay, that's not the bluegill we're looking for, but like I said, that's why we have our drag set kind of loose, because we're using such light line. And when you use red worms, you never know when something else may decide to bite. Now, of course, bluegill, it's probably the easiest thing to catch bluegill on, but there is also a slew of other species of fish that enjoy red worms as well. So we'll put it right back there. The rod keeps, my reel keeps messing up. Haven't used this rod and reel in a long time, and it's not the best. I could obviously use something else. There we go, y'all. That's a good gill right there. That's what we're looking for. But this rod and reel holds a special place in my heart, because when I first got sober, that was the first rod and reel I got. That's what we want right there. Throw him in there. And look at this, y'all. It was just trolling along. He came up out of nowhere and grabbed it. He's a little smaller than I like to keep, so well, let's move him back. Alright guys, we're going to do a change of plans. I've got one gill and one crappie. We're just right here by our catfishing spot, but it's only 8:40 and I'm already seeing a lot more boat traffic than I'd like to, which is just a given, it being the weekend. So we're going to troll over here, and then we're going to just go ahead and get straight to catfishing, and we will make a bluegill video another day. But I want to give us the best chance and best opportunity to catch a catfish. So all right guys, he's right at 12 inches, so we're going to turn him into bait And then we're going to use the bluegill as well. I've got 3 rods. They're all set up the same. This is the new rod that we won the gift card for off of Catch the Fever's Facebook page. I got a Zach Royce Big Cat Fever rod, and I got a Hellcat Revenge. But we'll use crappie on 2 rods, and then we'll put the bluegill on another rod. So we're going to take and turn him into bait. Yeah, got my fin. I've been bleeding like crazy today, y'all. His bottom fin here stabbed me. So let's get these baited up. I'm gonna drop down and hopefully we'll catch us a good catfish. All right, y'all. So like I said, this is the Big Cat Fever rod, 7'6", medium heavy, Cast King Caspin Elite 300, 20-pound Berkley Big Game Mono. That's probably an 8 or 9/0 hook, 50-pound leader, barrel swivel, bead stop, and a 3-ounce no roll. And what we're going to do is we're going to just drop it straight down. We're in 41 foot of water. And so when it hits the bottom, like that, we're just going to take and we're going to go 1, 2. And we're going to put it right here. Give it 3 because I want that handle for when if something grabs it, I can crank down on the handle before before I reel it up. So we'll put this crappie head on our pink Hellcat, which is the same setup. There we go, just like that. Doesn't have to be nothing crazy. So we're gonna put one out the back. We've got one right here, and then we may put the bluegill over here. And I think what we'll do is we'll just use him whole and then put him on our Ancient Mariner. Like I said, we're just gonna use him whole. Just barely want to go through his back. Are we getting a bite? I don't think we're getting a bite. I think it's just where we're kind of moving. So. Whoa! Oh, y'all! Whoa! Okay, y'all. I knew we'd eventually get one. Well, he folded that rod over. It's on the new Big Cat Fever rod too. Take our time. We're in 40 foot of water. We don't want to bring him up too much or too quick. I feel like we've got a good hook set on him. This is on the body piece of that crappie. There he is. Not a big guy. He's decent. There we go, y'all. All right, that's a good teener, if I had to guess. Let's get this rod down. Oh yeah, he's got a little weight to him. All right, y'all, look at that. All sorts of tangled up. There we go. And the little ones are just so feisty. Boy, he's got some beautiful color on him. Is that how you feel, bud? Tell me how you feel. All right, y'all. We'll get a weight on this guy. We'll snap a picture. And we'll send him back to the depths. Get him to open his mouth there. Oh, not quite 10 pounds. He's 9 pounds. I said he was a teen. All right. We'll gladly take a 9-pounder. He's a good size 9-pounder though. He's got a belly on him. let's get a picture with this guy and get him turned back loose. And all right, let's get this guy. Let's get him back in the water. Let go with the grips, bud. There he goes. All right, y'all. Crappie seems to be the bait of choice here as of late in this area. And, I'm by no means a crappie fisherman, but we've been lucky the past couple weeks. And we got the funk off of the new rod here, so that's always a plus. Get slimed this. We got a bit of a mess here. We'll get this undone and we're gonna keep on fishing until the boat traffic gets just to where we can't. And then, even then, I might go up in a slough or something and just do some live bait fishing. But we'll get this untangled and who knows, maybe we'll have another one pay us a visit. I've still got some more crappie, so. What in the world is going on here? If this is a fish, it's not fighting. Be the flathead I've been looking for. Ah, not a flathead. Just old stick. One can hope, you know. You gotta dream big. Most of the time, y'all, if a flathead grabs it, he'll just sit on it. He won't really fight you. Let me give y'all a little real TN fishing pro tip here. As you can see, I've trimmed the top fin off of that crappie because the crappie's top fins are actually rather large, and if you're not careful when you use it as bait, because obviously you want to hook it through the top, those fins will flip up and the hook will hook back into it, and even if a fish does grab your line, you're going to miss it because you're not going to be able to get a hook set. So if you ever catfish with crappie, it's just something to keep in mind, because like I said, you hook it through the top there. So as you see, we've trimmed the fin off, but if it still had the fin on it, it would be taller than the point of my hook. So it's on a live bluegill, y'all. I was fixing to, boy, that's a good fish. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're recording. Make sure we were recording there, y'all. This is a live bluegill. The only bluegill we caught today. Well, no, we caught more than one, but the only one I kept. It's hard to tell just how big they are. I'm gonna work my way up here. Yeah, he's not done. What do we got? Oh my, that's a good fish, y'all. Yep. Might be a 20-pounder. We got a good hook set on him. Got him. Oh yeah, y'all. It's a good one. Well, he's got a belly on him. He won't go 20, but no, I don't know. He's pretty good size. Look at that, y'all. Look at that. Got some line out there. Well, he smoked that live bluegill. Boy, that's a good sized cat. All right, y'all, let me get this hook out of him, then I'll hold him up and we'll take some pictures and stuff with him. All right, y'all. Boom. That's a good one. Let's get a weight on this guy. He's this is definitely a teen. Say 16. $16. 15.92. Right at 16, y'all. All right, take a couple pictures and I'm gonna turn him loose. All right, y'all, right at 16. Open your mouth, bud. You just see, there we go. Back to the depths he swims. Man, what an awesome day on the water. All right, guys, as you can see, we are catching some waves. Had about 30 boats go by in the past 10 minutes. I could continue to sit out here and fish, and then I would just be in a foul mood and ruin the awesome day that we just had. So we ended up with, I want to say we caught 5 bass. I had more topwater bites today than I've ever had in my life. If I could only landed them all, we'd have been well in the double digits. Caught a crappie, we caught some bluegill, we caught 2 really nice blues. Almost a 10-pounder and almost a 16-pounder. For it to be super, super hot and super sunny out, that is not a bad day. We'll do this again next week. Man, what an awesome day. So yeah, like I said, we'll do it again next week. I hope each and every one of y'all have a great upcoming week. God bless. If you haven't already, hit that like and that subscribe button for me. Channel's been doing really good. Videos have been doing really good. We're getting a lot of likes, a lot of comments, a lot of reactions. So thank y'all very much for all that y'all do. I am gonna head to the ramp and I'm gonna go relax and take it easy today. So until next time, y'all, hey, let's go fishing.